You hear that? Windy out there. Like really windy. And it was rainy. The rain has simmered down. But still, I don't necessarily want to ride up in the mountains with the windy like this and the potential for rain. Tomorrow should be much better, sunny for most of the day, and not rainy and windy. North Korea shot a missile basically over my head. I mean, not directly, but very close to the area in Hokkaido that it crossed over. Stupid. Stupid, stupid fat man. Checked the news this morning, I'm like, interesting. Well, the rain's kind of subsided. The tent's a little bit wet still, but this wind won't keep it wet for long. It is extremely windy. The forecast still calls for rain, and I think that it's still a safe bet to not leave today. So I'm going to hold off on heading out over the mountains. I'll just take off tomorrow morning. Yeah, you know, it's windy here as I stand, and there's a canopy of trees that are like dulling the wind. So up there, it's extremely windy. If I was to fly my drone right now, it might go right up and get pulled away. I'm gonna go into town, grab some breakfast. I have my backpack. I'll charge most of my batteries and just kind of chill out. So I'm headed back to the campsite for one purpose, to take the SD card, mini SD card out of the drone and then head back down. This is, if you watch yesterday's vlog, high off the ground, so just to get here is kind of a hoof. But I'm gonna take it as an opportunity to get the trike and take the trike down with me. That way I can scoot around the city a little easier. Also, going up and down is good practice for tomorrow. I was looking at the map the other day, and the way up is pretty straight and the way down is very windy. It's kind of a bummer. I kind of like to go up the windy and then down the straightaway because you can really pick up some speed and it's a little bit more enjoyable. When you're going down and it's winding, you can't pick up any speed. You constantly got to be looking around blind corners. It takes away the joy of taking a good downhill. Anyways, gonna grab my SD card, head back down. You see that place? It's called Fox Cafe Fish and Chips Takeaway. They don't have fish and chips. That was last year. Apparently this year at the wharf here, the fishing wharf, they don't have fish to make fish and chips. I really wanted fish and chips, and I thought that Fox Cafe Fish and Chips and Takeaway would provide me with some fish and chips. Apparently not. Moving on. Fish and chips, no fish and chips. This place looks interesting. Must be a specialty. It's like literally right on the water. Let's see what they got. Hi. That was a good meal, but expensive. That was $20. She originally pointed out another meal that was like grilled fish with a little bit of roe and a little bit of, you know, some different things. That was 5,000 yen, 50 bucks. That's highway robbery. It was good, it was fresh, but for 20 bucks, I could have bought half of a salmon. It doesn't make sense. Anyways, I'm gonna go sit down somewhere, charge batteries and edit. Hopefully I can find a plug. It's funny. I don't know if you could do this anywhere else in the world. Just stack your bags. Just right out there. Somebody'd take them. That just goes to show how safe Japan is. All the outlets here are covered. Everything is covered up. There's that one outlet in the restaurant, but they won't let me into the restaurant to charge my stuff. What are they afraid of? If I gotta plug my laptop in, I'm obviously going to be hanging out here for a while. And isn't that a good thing? I'll buy some stuff. We're in the middle of nowhere. Give the people what they want. Don't take it away. I'm gonna have to find a place to power up. This is kind of neat, a topical map of the whole peninsula. This is where the missile landed, and then I'm on that side. And then there's a red line that demarcates the National Reserve World Heritage Site. So that's where I am now. I'm gonna take this road over and then down. You can see there's a big peak here and a big peak there. Yeah. I have had a few people commenting on the tone of the videos since I got back from China and America and got back on the road, and just wanted to touch on that for a second. First off, you know, things can't always be hunky-dory all the time, and I think you guys realize that, and I don't think that's the issue. I think that also I'm in a fairly sparsely populated segment of the world. Hokkaido is quiet, to say the least, and I don't know, I like people. I don't mind a few days of quiet, but I do like big cities, you know, and a lot of people and energy, and nature's great. I love it, and it's very cool, and I will try to adjust my my attitude. I just think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'd like to see some more people and interact with some more personalities, and right now it's just not a lot going on. Tenting it and then and pushing on and tenting it. I'm sure I'll have a lot of instances like this, and I'm gonna have to adjust my attitude for sure, so that when I run into these instances I can look at things from a different perspective. I think that's a lot of it too, is perspective. I'm looking at it from, there's not enough people, but maybe I need to take a look around me and appreciate where I am a little bit more. And that's something that I can do too. I mean, like, look at that view. That's a fantastic view. You know, you really do have to take time to self-evaluate from time to time and say, is my mindset right? Is there anything I can do to improve on it? Am I making the most out of my life and where I'm at and the choices that I've made? So, anyways, I'm reevaluating. So I was looking for some power and a place to work, and I went around a bunch of different places. I went to the head area where like the campground office, asked if there was a place where I could sit down and just plug in my computer. He said no, they turn off the power soon. I went down to a bunch of places in the city, in the village. Nobody seemed to be able to accommodate. I caved in and I took that little house. 30 bucks for the night, which I think is pretty expensive. But it's dry, there's power, and I can keep all my stuff on the trike ready to go so that early as possible I can just open up the door and go. I don't have to take down a tent and pack everything up. So that's good.